harder and harder as this game goes on.
Sure, we've heard you guys talk about the importance of just getting one game at a time. What's it take to get this game to?
Well, we've done some good things in each and every game. They've just been able to make the right adjustments. So we feel like, you got to have close to perfect game. And as we're taking care of the ball, limiting second chance opportunities, they've done a really good job of finding a different guy each game that's had a huge impact. Serge was incredible for him last game, getting to his spots, had trapping Kawhi a few times. So being able to adjust, sticking with tendencies. You look at Danny Green, the game 3 he had. So they're a complete team, and I think it's good. It raises your antennas, and every possession becomes more and more important. So looking forward to the challenge, and I think all the guys are now. We have a pretty resilient group. I think win or lose, we respond in a good manner in terms of our mentality, in terms of our confidence doesn't waver. So that's something I see in each and every guy's eyes coming into the games.
Andre, every challenges is perhaps that this team has never faced before. I mean, 10 different starting lineups just this postseason. What for you has been the biggest challenge team-wise that the Warriors have faced?
That's just a part of it, like I said, no matter the outcome, our preparation from adjustments within our team, the adjustments we have to make on the fly, guys are locked in and ready to go. Like I said, playing against a tough group, a hungry group, a fresh group. They've never been here before, so there's a level of excitement that you can't replicate that. Once you're there more than once, it gets harder and harder. But they're a fresh group, so they're bringing it every night, and that's on the radar level of play, and that's what makes the game better. So each game has been high intensity, guys getting after it, so that's what hopefully continue to see.
Andre, how hard is it to win from your position to prevent the team from winning?
It's one of the harder games to win. It seems like it never ends. The game never ends. It just keeps going on and on. From our aspect, we want to make sure that it happens. We get to that point where it feels like our fourth win is the longest game ever, and hopefully continue to take one game at a time.
Yeah, Andre, you've been here. The team's been here for 5 years and been able to keep the core intact. But this is a big summer in terms of, I know Sean has hinted he might retire. You've hinted that the career is coming to a close. You got 2 unrestricted free agents. Is there a sense that keeping this together is going to be difficult after the season?
I don't think we look at it that way at all. Especially for myself, I've been, a lot of people have spoken to me each and every day, especially with our the folks that cover us, and I'll be here next year for sure. And I'm pretty confident that we'll have our core back. We'll try to make another run at it, but our key right now is to focus in on tomorrow's game and things we can do to try to keep the season going.
How much experience, if any, can you draw from 2016 from the flip due to Toronto? What happened to us and what's learned from that?
I don't think our group. We don't think about that too much. We try to use that experience and say we've been through it, but we don't need that as motivation. Just being in the finals is enough motivation, and believing in ourselves and understanding, cleaning up the mistakes we made and a few other key adjustments. And we got a group that's locked in, and we believe we can get the job done come tomorrow. It's not looking to any other game. We're not looking at game 6 or game 7. We're looking at game 5. What we can do.
How are you planning to adjust or come back for the rest of the finals?
For us, it could be simple things. Possessions are important. Keeping turnovers down. Limiting them from second chance opportunities. Try to keep them off the foul line and key opportunities, not getting into the penalty early. If we can control that, that depends game to game. So just being, smarter in those key moments or those moments that can change for the better or worse.
Andre, what's the people in your position, pro athletes, learn to stay in the moment? How difficult is it, and have you got better at it as your career's gone on?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed from generation to generation, with so many eyeballs, and there's so many different dynamics around the game that they seep into the game now more than ever. It makes it harder for the athlete, but hopefully that helps you in the long run, being able to distinguish, what's beneficial to you and your team as opposed to what can cause turmoil or what can cause any type of confusion in the brain. So it's definitely hard to think about. Luckily for me, I've seen both sides of it, so I've been able to make a smooth transition, knowing when to shut things out and try to give the right words of encouragement to my teammates and get them to the right aspect on how to deal with things that come their way. And that's why you're called champion. You're able to block things out. You've got good leaders in place. Both teams have championship caliber. So that's the good thing about this series. Is you've got two solid teams. You got to be willing to lock in every night and every possession, of course.
Locked in. How important is it to stay that way for the remainder of the season?
That's really important. I think that's the good thing about being in a position where you've been in elimination games a few times within one series, is knowing how to stay locked in, and you can tend to let your guard down being up 3-1 or being down 1-3. So it's important to be ready to go full throttle. And I'm sure they're excited teams. So they don't want to take too many cracks at it. They want to try to get it done. And we want to take it one game at a time and try to get it done ourselves. So I guess it's good for the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Andre, what's it like for the first time in a while? You guys are sort of the underdogs now. You haven't felt that way in some time.
It's interesting. Usually we are prisoners of our prisoners of our success in terms of we won so much. It's turned against us. And it's almost as if we're the villains, and it's not just on the surface. People try to cut deep with us a little bit, which is very interesting. So being in this flipped, we try to use that as a certain type of calmness and being able to go out and just let it fly and use that to our advantage.
When you've seen the 3-1 experience up close twice, and been on the winning side once and the losing side once, does that come with any benefit in this type of situation?
I don't think so. I think every year is different. Different scenarios of how we got here, with all the things that have happened with our team being but at the same time you try to use all the positives you can. We've been through turmoil that we've gotten through. We've been in a situation we won, been in a situation we've lost, so you understand the emotions, the energy that goes behind it, so you try to use those type of things. But aside from that, it's a different team. It's their first time trying to get this thing done, and I know they're very excited and they're locked down and they're locked in and ready to try to get it done. So, I think we understand that we got to come out really focused, and every possession, when we get opportunities to get those runs, don't let one possession end the good run that we could have had, or start off the second half last game, 2 possessions, we were up, and then now we're down within a matter of 2 offensive possessions for them. So just small key things that we can do to kind of counter some of the things that they've taken advantage of throughout the series.
Do you think